Okay, Colin, how you doing? Got your work up here. Now it looks like you're already jumping into your final presentation format, and that's great. That's great. I think that's fantastic. One thing I would recommend though is in this presentation is I think we're still pretty much in the sketch stage. So I would like to see your sketches as opposed to now you're going to have a chance to show these in week 4, your final conceptual logos, your digital versions. But in week 3, we're kind of still looking at the sketch stage. And if we jump over here, you can see what I'm saying. So here's what we have with what's due this week. Begin to organize your thoughts in a written draft, which you've done. And then we have 6 solid sketches, as many logo concepts. So that's 6 solid logo concepts and associated pictograms. Okay, again, still sketches. So, and you've jumped to the digital version. That's okay, because a lot of stuff is making sense, but I would really love to see your sketches. Now, you know this, Colin. You're a designer. You know the importance of sketching. I mean, I've gone through this lecture probably several times I probably go through this lecture several times a day in different classes, but the importance of sketching is this. Your mind the computer can't keep up with your mind. Never could, never will. Your mind moves fast. The only thing that can keep up with your mind is a pencil in your hand and a piece of paper in front of you. That way you're transposing these ideas quickly from your mind to the paper before you lose them. Computer, you can never do that. So it's so important to show your sketches. Let me give you a good example of what I'm talking about. Okay, here's Brian's. I'm sure you've seen this. Brian's really got this fantastic approach going on. So what he's doing is he's giving his concept, okay, defining it, and then going to his visual sketches to represent that concept. Again, next concept, there's the concept. This one has to do with patterns in the front of men's textiles. Textile patterns in clothing and folk art of the indigenous people of Poland. And then so he's taken that concept and he's given us all these sketches. So his logo based on that concept, okay, complete with notes. And then here's more logo ideas. And then here's his next concept, architectural, and he's going to his logo here. And I want you to note that each one of his concepts has an associated set of pictograms, okay? And that's smart because it doesn't really make sense that you have one set of pictograms for all of these different logo concepts. And the reason I say that is because the pictograms should somewhat more or less follow the visual language of the logo. And we see that over here right here. I don't know if you've had a chance to take a look at these yet, but if you haven't, take a look at definitely, week 3, how to complete week 3 project phase 2. And then this, gotta look at this, Paul, gotta look at this. This is developing graphics package, and this is Vancouver 2010, which to me is the best Olympics graphics package ever by far. And so you can, the second I looked at Vancouver 2010 graphics, I was like, I remember looking at it going, oh my God, that's some of the most beautiful work I have ever seen as a designer. So when I found this video, you can imagine my excitement. I look at this video all the time. I think you're going to love it. And it really shows some methodology and some conceptual development behind the way that the graphic package works. So take a look at that. And then definitely look at this welcome to week 4. This is kind of where we're going this week. So in essence, what we're doing for week 3 is getting your sketches down to the point where they're ready to digitize. And then in week 4, we're going to take out of those 6 sketches, out of your 6 solid logo concepts, you're going to pick the best 3, and you're going to digitize those, present those with their associated pictograms. Okay. But I think as far as your concept development goes, I mean, I think you're really showing some amazing stuff here. You understand what we're doing, and that's really super important. A lot of students didn't, and that's why I made this video right here. Welcome to week 4, because I actually jumped ahead to week 7, and I'm kind of showing you some final examples of the final project, a successful final project. So definitely look at this. It'll give you a nice roadmap of where we're at. As far as your work goes, I mean, I love this. I love what you're doing. Absolutely. Everything's got really, really solid reasoning behind it. So you have your concepts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 concepts, so you're a little short. You're missing 1 concept. Is that, unless that's a concept, but that looks like that's part of that. So so what you'll do, and I'm okay with this, Pauline. I don't think you have to go back and sketch these out. I mean, you are a designer. You probably already have these sketched out. I'm guessing if I know you as well as I think I've gotten to know you throughout the classes we have together, I'm sure you have your sketches somewhere. You just haven't included them in the presentation. I have a feeling I'm right about that. But anyways, as far as your visual representation, Phil, I love the approach. I love the fact that you're using symbols and you're not using pictorial representations. This is very close to a pictorial representation, and I think this is probably one of the, and so is that, but that's also symbolic, and it's good. It's not, it's not, you're not just drawing a penguin and saying, okay, that's my logo, and that's the essence of the class. After all, the name of the class is sign and symbol. So this pictorial representation of the mountain, I think, is not, and again, in this video over here, I give a bunch of different examples of actual symbolic representations. For example, there's one Sarajevo, it showed, I think it was Sarajevo, but anyways, I don't remember where it was. Oh no, I'm sorry, it was Santiago, Chile. Where the mountains actually formed the letter S, and it was also a symbolic of mountains as well as the letter S. So using the symbolic representations is very, very strong. And again, of course, I did mention the name of the class is sign and symbol. So I think that would make sense that we're not going pictorial in our representations here. This looks more like a pictogram. I don't think this has potential as a logo, and there's a couple of reasons why. And the main reason is this. Watch, I'm going to back off here and watch what happens. This is all this outer ring is going to break apart. This is going to no longer be recognizable as the speed skater. See what I'm saying? See how that's all falling apart? It's because those are such fine little details right there that you have there. All those little tiny minute lines, they're all going to break up when you show this at a smaller size. And they're going to start forming different kind of patterns and different weirdness that you do not expect as a designer to see it. But it nonetheless, it does happen at small sizes. So that's something always to keep in mind. This is very, very, very interesting. And I think these are fantastic. All right, so moving forward to week 4, you'll go ahead and you'll pick your top 3 concepts. You'll finalize those out. Give me your final sketches, as we can see right here. Sorry. In week 4, let's jump over to week 4. Concept design finalize. And let's preview that so you can see what to do week 4. And it's in that video. So you're going to take your final 3 logos, and you're going to give the written story behind each one. You're going to show the logo, the digital version of the logo. You're going to show your refined sketches of how you got to that logo, and then you're going to show your associated pictograms with that logo. All right, no length on the report, just basically trying to get this down to a format where we can say, okay, we understand your written rationale, we understand your logo, we understand how you got to the logo from your sketches, and we understand the association between the pictograms and the logo, and subsequently the concept. Okay, so that's where I'm at, and these look fantastic, by the way. I don't think that they're, I hope it makes sense. Pictograms are not universal, so take what I'm saying, and you know what you're doing. You definitely know what you're doing. So take what I'm saying, weigh it in, and we'll see you in the next stage. All right, thanks, Paul. Any questions? Give me a holler. Thank you.